Hey guys, it's John here again. Right, I have pulled out some Queensrÿche vinyl. No 7 inches though, I'll do that in a different time. I've just pulled out the 12-inch records, including 12-inch singles that I've got. There's not a huge amount, but there's enough to make a good video. So hopefully, if that's what you think of my videos. Right, so the first one I got sent, I think it was last year, as a VCLT. Was after this for a long time, and it's absolutely killer, but all the early stuff by Queensrÿche is absolutely killer anyway. So and I really was desperate to get hold of this. I had it on CD, I still have it on CD, should I say. But yeah, just for these 4 songs are great, and it is Queensrÿche's EP, 12-inch. This has got Queen of the Reich, Night Rider, Blinded, and The Lady Wore Black, and those are just killer, absolutely killer songs. 1983, that is. What a fab time. So I'll show you inside quickly. I need to put this in a polyline sleeve actually. This one needs a bit of a dust as well. Right, so there's the label. Hopefully you can see that without too much reflection. God, it's been very good lately in my hallway doing the videos. There's not been much reflection. It's not even a sunny day here, and it's not as clear as normal. But yeah, that's their first EP, first release, and on 12-inch. The next one, if I get the right one, right, this is my first copy of this. I bought it in Jersey actually. God, mid-90s I think, and it's got one of these bloody horrible stickers on that didn't realise until we got back to Guernsey that these stickers are a nightmare to get off, and they really do ruin your records. So I've left this one on because I didn't want to rip this. At some point I will find some way of getting this off without destroying the cover, but this you'll see the horrible sticker in a minute. But this is Queensrÿche's The Warning, which is absolutely immensely killer. This is one of my favourite albums by them, for sure. And there's that horrible sticker. I learnt my lesson. I never went back to the record store again. And I spent a lot of money in there. It's no longer operating apparently, but yeah, there is the inner sleeve with lyrics, and I've put this polylined in there, and there's EMI America label. But yeah, absolutely killer. My favourite tracks on there are NM156, Roads to Madness, Take Hold of the Flame, No Sanctuary, and what else is there? I said Child of Fire is the next one. But yeah, absolutely awesome album. Highly recommended, that one. Then for VCLT, over a year, early last year, I think it was it early last year or mid last year, I got this. Nice big thick sleeve for there. Did I? No, I didn't get this as a VCLT. I bought this in a record shop in Guernsey and nearly fell over when I saw it with the adrenaline rush. I couldn't get to the till quick enough to pay for it. And that is Queensrÿche's The Warning again, the Japanese copy. And yes, can understand why I was bloody well excited. But yeah, it's got the inner there, and then this one's different to the other one. This is oh, get this. It's got the Japanese bit inside, and the record is on a polyline sleeve, EMI America, and wow, just amazing. I love Japanese records, just killer. And the next one is probably the very one of the first Queensrÿche albums I ever bought, but I bought it on cassette all those years ago. Not the 80s. I bought this in the I bought this about 1994, this album, on cassette. Don't own it anymore. Absolutely took a while to get into, but absolutely blew me away, and didn't know anybody else that was listening to this album. And I think most people that got into my car didn't know anybody else that listened to this album, and probably thought, who the hell are these guys? Why is John playing this really strange stuff in his car? But to me, this is not strange. And it was only when I came on the VC 3 years ago, I realised how, well, coming up to 4 years ago since I've been on VC on YouTube. It's only since I came on the VC I realised how much love there is for this album, even on Facebook and different groups and that. And this album again was this is when I bought this record from that horrible shop in Jersey. A horrible sticker and his rage for order. But yeah, I found this. This is my copy from the mid-90s, but I originally had it on cassette. But don't own the cassette anymore. Absolutely killer album. Just this was my guilty pleasure in the mid-90s. I would listen to this over and over again, especially at night time driving around in my car. There was no other traffic around. You really get that. I had a really loud stereo back then in my car, where, you know, it was loud down the road. And the quality of the sound was amazing. So, but yeah, there you go, EMI America label. Just my favourite songs on there. Jesus, London, The Whisper, I Will Remember, Surgical Strike. The Killing Words is probably my favourite on there for sure. I Dream in Infrared. Walk in the Shadows is probably the weakest song on there, but it's still great. New Regal, or whatever, however you pronounce that, that's awesome as well. Just so many memories with that. And I ain't listened to it as much as the people who listened to it back in the 80s, I'm sure. But it was on my in my car for a long time. It was my night drive cassette at the time. This was the first Queensrÿche album I ever bought on cassette, because I heard the song Empire. And it is Empire. This I got as VCLT, I think, last year. Yes, I did. And this is 1990s Empire album. This is the original double vinyl, I think it is. 1, 2, yes. I'll quickly show you one. There's one of the labels. And I've put them in, I think I put them in polylined, I'm not sure. But there's the lyric sheet inside there. There's 2 of them in there. 2 inner sleeves. And the records are in polylined. Some newer ones just to protect it. But yeah, what a great album. Not as good as the the ones before, but there's still some great songs. Another Rainy Night Without You is one of my favourites. The Thin Line, Empire is amazing, and Silent Lucidity. Anybody listening? Hand on heart. I can do without Jet City Woman and Della Brown. Those are the two that I'm not really the fan. Best I Can is cool. But yeah, 1990s Empire. Yeah, I did. No particular order, as you noticed. Right. Because if I had put that in the right place, I would have had them in the right order. The next one is one that was one of the last, actually, QUEENSRYCHE albums I got out of the first one tour. Yeah, out of the first 5 albums, this one was the last one I ever got, and I got this as a VCLT last year, and I've been after this for a long time, and it is Operation Mindcrime, and yeah, absolutely the dog's bollocks, should I say, in coolness. This is an album where you can listen all the way through, and that's how it should be listened to, being a concept album. But yeah, absolutely killer. And this one has got the inner lyric sheet, and take that out a sec. And the vinyl's in a poly-lined, thank God, and there's the label. So there you go. My favourite songs on there? Wow. Let's go for it. Breaking the Silence. The Mission. Yeah, The Mission would be one of my favourites. Spreading the Disease. Operation Mindcrime. I'd say that I Don't Believe in Love is one that I used to love so much. I'm a bit fed up with it. But I know a lot of people love that song still. I remember, Revolution Calling is growing on me. Speak is amazing. The Needle Lies is totally killer. But yeah, Sweet Sister Mary is probably the ultimate track on there. So, right, the next album. Put these in the right place. Here we go. Right, this one here was the time when I actually got into Queensrÿche, when this album came out. So this would be 1994. Yes. So this album was 94. So yeah, I got my Empire cassette in 94. And Rage for Order around 94 time. So, but yeah, I'd gone out and bought this as well. And this is the awesome Promised Land, which is, yes, different to the other albums. Still a proper, decent Queensrÿche album, some really killer tracks on. This is Back on Black reissue. This is not the original. And I got this cheap off of Amazon. That's the reason I got it. And even more of a bonus, it's clear. Well, not really clear. It's more of a cloudy vinyl. I don't like it when people go, oh yeah, it's clear vinyl. It's not clear, because you can't see me through there, can you? But yeah, 1994. So this is a 2017 reissue. Comes in a black polyline sleeve. You don't get anything else. You don't get no. Oh, the lyrics are all on the gatefold. So, yeah, just a great album. My favourite songs on here are going to be Damaged for sure. Bridge, Disconnected, One More Time is amazing, and Someone Else is amazing, and Promised Land as well. But there you go, Promised Land, the album. The next one is one, I haven't got any of the others with Geoff Tate and the original members of Queensrÿche on vinyl yet. So the next one I've got is this one, just because it was cheap and I thought, well, I might as well just get it. This is 2013's Frequency Unknown, or as Geoff Tate would have, you know, it's an FU to the rest of the band. See how he's clever there, wasn't he? So yeah, even though I know that I do not like the Queensrÿche albums, the later albums from Promised Land, say after Promised Land onwards, I did not like any of the albums really with Geoff Tate. And I know a lot of people like the new singer. I like that the new singer is amazing at being able to sing those old songs so close to the originals, and I like that fact. But it's not Queensrÿche to me, and I'm going to get some flack for that. It's like, for me, someone taking Joe Elliott out of Def Leppard or David Coverdale out of Whitesnake. It's not the same band, and I know that AC/DC have had to do that, bring themselves back from Bon Scott's death. They did it really well. But I think most people forget, most people accepted that because Bon Scott actually died. But yeah, without Geoff Tate there, I know the songwriting and that was getting really poor, and the songs were really crap, but I would prefer to listen to the original Queensrÿche from the EP to Promised Land than I would listen to anything after. So sorry guys, but yeah, this one comes I'll change the subject. This one comes in this curved non-polyline sleeve. So this is Geoff Tate's version. The last time he was able to use the Queensrÿche name, let's put it that way, because now it's Operation Mindcrime, isn't it? So there he is. We have God knows how many people from different bands. It's like he's trying to put together a how would we say? It's like he's trying to put together a super band, even though not all of those guys are that super. I don't think. Rudy Sarzo, yes. Oh, Robert Sarzo's there, but I don't follow any of his stuff. Brad Gillis. Sorry guys, you like Brad Gillis. I'm not really a fan. Just a bit too, I don't know. I'm not going to go there, right? He was probably the worst guitarist that Ozzy Osbourne ever had, so for a short while. But yes, that is Queensrÿche, Frequency Unknown. The thing I was trying to think of was when Dio did the thing for charity. We got all those musicians together to do what that song, what was it called? We're Stars. That was funny. Right, next one. Here we go. This one is actually the oldest, probably the oldest thing I've got of Queensrÿche, but it's a new thing. So 1983, well, the recording is 83, and it is Queensrÿche's live at the Civic Centre, San Jose, 30th of October 1983. And they played Prophecy, Night Rider, Blinded, Lady Wore Black, Queen of the Reich. And there we go. I think I got that cheap as well. So inside you get this quite thick, shiny card, which is cool. And then got, yeah, and that's the, oh, I forgot to check, it's green. Wow, looks a lot lighter on from where I'm sitting, but yeah, green vinyl. And then the next one you have, I didn't even know I had this, but this is a 2 LP gatefold. This is of Condition Human. And do you know what? I have not listened to this since I got it. So I must put this on. Yes, I forgot I had it. It's been sitting on the shelf and I never bothered to even listen to it. Let's have a look. Right, what I'm going to do is my video, it's going to probably cut out but then come back on, and which is a pain, but yes. Let's see, 22 minutes it normally cuts out, so hopefully it doesn't show when it plays back. So yeah, you've got this, oh, it's etched, look at that. It's an etched disc. Wow. Even I didn't know I had that. Wow. That's like having it brand new again. Cool. Comes this nice black sleeve for that one. And the other one, I'm sure most Queensrÿche fans have got this, unless you're not into Toddler-Tory. So there we go, on that side. Obviously they haven't got, I don't know what the news is on the old Scott Rockenfield front, because I don't really follow Queensrÿche much anymore. So I don't know. Is he back with the band or is he not there anymore? Who knows? So yeah, you got one of these things inside as well. The lyrics are on the gatefold. So that is Condition Human. I do not own the new album. I think it's 3 albums with Todd, isn't there? And I don't own the other 2. Right, so I've got a 10-inch here. And it is overseeing the Operation Mindcrime. So this has got, I remember now, Revolution Calling, Operation Mindcrime, Breaking the Silence, and Eyes of a Stranger. Yeah, Eyes of a Stranger. I'm trying to read it backwards there. And this one, I don't know. Oh no, it's just black, like that. So yeah, there's that one. That's a 10-inch. And I have this here, which is Silent Lucidity. It's still got its original shrink on. It's a silver disc, which is like that. It's got Take Hold of the Flame as a B-side with Last Time in Paris, and the Silent Lucidity on side 1. And yes, I picked this up at the same time I picked up the Japanese The Warning album that you saw before, and that's why I was in so much of a hurry to get to the till and pay for it, because they were quite cheap, like in the teens and not any higher. The guy at the record shop didn't know what he had in his hand when he sold it to me. Right, here we go. And then I got this one. I've had this for many, many years. I think I got this from that record shop in Jersey again. This one doesn't have one of those horrible stickers on it, and it is the limited edition picture disc interview, which is this back to back interviews. I've never played it. I'm sure you've seen loads of these by other bands, and I don't even think, I don't know if there's any others like this, because this is side 1 and side 2. I don't know if they've done any others. I know some bands have done more than one, Def Leppard especially. I know U2 did some 7-inch ones, and they did 4 to get as a pack. What else? Who else? Ozzy's done I'm assuming loads of bands done those interview discs. But yeah, that's my Queensrÿche collection, and hope you enjoyed that, and keep rocking and listening to whatever it is you listen to, and stay safe, stay home, and hope you don't catch corona. Laters.